Hello, this is a final results video of the 2020 Battle of the Books. We started out in February, narrowing down our books to see which ones would make it to our Sweet 16. So we started out with 8 genres that had 10 books each, so a total of 80 books. And we voted to figure out which ones would show up on our bracket and be voted on in the March Madness Battle of the Books. So we got a bracket at the very beginning of March that looked just like this. So we made our predictions and we filled out our brackets to see which books we thought would advance all the way down until the big game and decide which book would be named the 2020 Book of the Year. So we voted for the Elite 8 ending on March 12th, and these 8 great selections made their way to the Elite 8. Many students started checking them out and reading them some more and voting to see which ones. There were some surprises. And there were some books that made it that I didn't think would. And some students were able to accurately predict all 8 of them, and some of you missed a couple. Then we advanced to the final 4 on March 20th, where we were left with just these 4 selections, 3 books that are frequently checked out, and 1 with a really sad but great movie. Then we advanced to the big game on March 27th. This week, unfortunately, we had to reveal the big game winners through e-learning because we were able to vote for the final 4 in class our last day before we left for the school shutdown. But this was revealed last week that Scythe and The Raft were our final 2 books. So the votes are in, and this was what our bracket responses look like. Only 23 of the 80 students in my literature classes hopped on and voted. So 23 people made the results for everyone. But I think that if even more people would have voted, we would have seen similar results. So Scythe with 87% of the vote, The Raft with just 13. So your final bracket would have had Scythe written down here as the winner. So our 2020 Book of the Year is one of my absolute favorites of all time, with the second book, Thunderhead, being even better than the first. And when we return to the classroom, this book will have an award on it, and it will be added to the display for the 2020 Book of the Year. So if you have your bracket at home, I'm going to make it to where you're going to be able to go into Google Classroom and attach a picture of your bracket and turn it into me so I can see how you stacked up and how accurate your bracket was. I will say that I did not accurately predict the Book of the Year. I had high hopes for Scythe, but I honestly didn't think that, since I only had a small handful of readers, but everybody talked it up so much that it made it a lot more successful. I actually had the seller beating Frank, so my bracket went wrong right about here. This side, I accurately predicted everything, but I went wrong here, and therefore I went wrong here. So I hope you guys had accurate predictions, and I hope that we're able to return to school so I can reward those of you that had an accurate bracket. And that's it. All right. Scythe is the winner.